Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Domji, and I'm from the Youth Longevity Association. I'm based in the Bay Area in California, if any of you are from around here. So, youth and longevity, these are two words that are seemingly opposing, but somehow our organization is bringing them together. We are a group of students dedicated to fostering other youth into professional longevity researchers and business people. And TILA is not just a group of people interested in longevity. We're curious, ambitious, and achieving students aiming to learn about the science and extending health of the extending and the science of extending human health and lifespan. So, what do we do at TILA? We have several goals, but the most fundamental is to learn. And this is learning about all the different aspects of the mechanisms of human aging and lifespan, and how basic interactions and behaviors in the body impact aging and longevity. And there are many different ways that we try to increase our learning and our education. We engage in essay competitions, conferences such as this one, internships with longevity researchers, and research opportunities in the field. And these are all just ways of increasing our education in the field of longevity. Teenagers and youth are often faced with the challenge of figuring out what they would like to pursue in their careers, and many of them don't really have a concrete direction that they would like to go in. And simultaneously, many teenagers and youth don't really have the awareness of the longevity field. I can say myself, I'm 17. I also didn't really know that much about longevity even a year ago. So longevity is not really talked about in many high schools and university settings, if you're not in the community already. So our mission is to spread longevity to youth around the world. And if people are interested, if teenagers, adolescents, students are interested in a longevity career, we hope to expose that to them early on. So here's an example of what TILA members can achieve through internships. Our founder, Andrea Olson, was able to start an internship at Insilico Medicine. And after a year of using their AI drug discovery technology, she found 3 novel genes associated with glioblastoma multiforme. And she conducted an analysis of these genes based on their prevalence in literature on other diseases, the log-fold change gene expression in cancer versus healthy patients, and ranked them according to their importance in GBM. And this was all as a teenager. She's not even 18 yet. She then presented her findings at the Aging Research and Drug Discovery Conference in Copenhagen in 2021. And she became the first Inspire Longevity ambassador at that conference. And their Inspire Longevity program is basically for teenagers and youth who attend this conference. I was also a part of it last year. And ever since she presented, she has been attending annually to continue our mission of inspiring longevity in the younger generation. Sorry, one sec. Oh yeah. Okay, so my own journey with longevity began last year when I got involved with an internship in the Bay Area, because the Bay Area is known for internships, and I got involved with the longevity startup over here. And through that startup, I was able to attend the Aging Research and Drug Discovery Conference as well, which is where I met Andrea, and I met a bunch of other people who are also part of our organization. And at ARDD, I was actually invited through the Inspire Longevity program to interview many of the speakers at the conference for the ARDD YouTube channel. And this conference opened up a world of opportunities, such as this interviewing, such as joining this Youth Longevity Association, and many other connections and opportunities that have been opened up for me. And conferences such as this one are what bring people into this field of science and what help grow the longevity research community, which is why we're trying to get more youth involved. So when I was introduced to TILA, I was immediately interested in developing our online presences on platforms such as YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. For example, this here is kind of our Instagram feed, and we have a lot more on our Instagram page. And we find that Instagram is a big one to focus on, especially for the youth, because Instagram is the best way to reach our target audience of students. Some of our other platforms are YouTube and LinkedIn. YouTube hosts a lot of our interviews, which I'll get into in a second. And LinkedIn hosts a lot of like our current events, what we're doing, presenting at conferences, hosting interviews, different research opportunities, different members of our organization participating in essay competitions. So yeah, if you are on any of these platforms, we'd love for you to add us so you can see what we're up to. So at ARDD, like I mentioned, I was able to interview many of the researchers that were presenting alongside our CEO, Andrea. And we've been continuing this endeavor over the past year by interviewing specialists and experts for our YouTube channel. And one of our ongoing series that I had on the previous page is called 100 Questions with Longevity Legends, which is kind of a play off of Vogue's 72 Questions for Celebrities. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that series. But basically we ask researchers and business people in the field about their research or their business endeavors. And it's one more way of increasing our education in the field while making it publicly accessible for other students. So at TILA, our mentors are researchers, businessmen, and entrepreneurs in the aging research and longevity fields. And they connect us to educational opportunities, research opportunities, and internships for the teenagers who are part of our organization. Not just teenagers, but also university students. And with more professionals, longevity has been growing at a rapid pace. And what we want you to do is imagine this field now raising a new generation of scientists who have had early training from high school or university, who are inspired to bring this knowledge to the world and who wish to dedicate themselves to this field. And that's what TILA is about, preparing this new generation and engaging students at an early age. We are an international community of students, ranging from people like myself in the US and our co-founder, Zach Harpez, to people all over the world, as you can see here. And we're offering youth many different opportunities to engage in the longevity field early on, kickstart a career, and connect with others in the community. From conferences to interviews to large-scale projects, we are going to foster those who will take on the biggest scientific challenges that we have faced so far. And that's why I'm inviting you to take part in developing our community in several different ways. Firstly, we are interested in internships with science-oriented companies and projects, ranging from coding and machine learning skills to molecular biology. So our members, or like we're TILA members, but we also like to call ourselves telomeres because it's kind of a play on telomeres, which is, related to aging. We're interested in learning from anyone who is willing to give us an opportunity to work in their lab or their company. So if you would be interested in having summer interns or internships throughout the year, feel free to contact me. The second thing that I would like to invite you to participate in is that we regularly conduct interviews, like I was mentioning earlier, with longevity professionals in industry, business, and academia. And we ask questions about the significance of newly published literature, about extending health and lifespan, or about new business endeavors, etc. So if you have expertise in a particular part of longevity, which you believe should be better researched and focused on by the future generation of longevity scientists, we would be interested in interviewing you for our page. And lastly, attending such conferences as this one would not be possible without sponsorship. And we select and reach out to longevity sponsors that follow our mission of preparing and educating future generations of longevity scientists. And if your goal aligns with ours, we're ready to speak to you about that. So thank you so much for attending this talk today and hopefully learning a little bit more about the new generation of scientists in longevity. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. That's my email address on the screen. That QR code should lead to our website, which is just tila.io. And once again, if you'd like to follow us on any of our social medias, I have that page up earlier, but it's basically just the Youth Longevity Association on every platform. So thank you so much for listening to me. Does anyone have any questions about our organization?